Hello and welcome to this free training called How to Get 1 to 5 New Online Training Clients in Just 7 Days with no paid ads or phone selling. Now, if you're just starting out training clients online, you're about to learn how to land your first few clients. And if you've been at it for a while with kind of disappointing results, this is going to give you the boost that you need. So I'm Jonathan Goodman. I'm the founder of the Personal Trainer Development Center. Now that's a site that reaches 3 to 5 million trainers a year, and I'm the author of 7 books for trainers. I've been helping fit pros, nutrition coaches, and gym owners add an online fitness component to their business since 2013, but this isn't about me. This is about you. And what you're about to learn has an astounding 84% success rate amongst trainers, nutrition coaches, and gym owners. I'm not going to hold anything back in the next 15 minutes or so. By the time we're done, you can actually take the 5 steps in this strategy and put it into action right away. Or if you prefer, I'll tell you how you can work with us and we'll help you implement it. Does that sound good? You excited for this? Great, because I want you to start training clients before you're ready. Now, if you're at all like me, then you're busy with so many competing priorities, like new stuff, like learning a new business. No matter how exciting, it gets put aside. Am I right? We found that the biggest thing stopping great people from venturing online is that they have no idea how to do it, and it's hard to make the time to learn. So they kind of read about it and kind of try a bunch of, haphazard promotional efforts that maybe work a bit or don't work at all. After a while, to be honest, they get frustrated. They're feeling like they're working hard, but nothing is happening. Does this sound familiar to you guys? If so, then know that I want you to learn how to do this online training thing properly, but it's true that it is different, okay? Like, there's a lot that you need to know, right? And the best way to figure it out is actually to test drive it with clients before you're ready. So by now, you might be wondering, like, where do you get those clients? Or even, like, how do you admit to them that you're kind of figuring this out as you go, that you're not an expert? This founding client strategy, and I'm about to tell you, it actually solves both problems. It actually takes advantage of your newness, flipping the script, using it to your advantage, and turning it into an irresistible offer people excitedly jump on, asking to pay you to figure it out with them. You see, it gives you permission to take imperfect action, both in your own mind and, more importantly, in the eyes of your clients. That's pretty cool, right? So here's how it actually works. You're going to tell prospects up front that you're testing a new program, and you're inviting them to be part of the process, giving you feedback to help you become a more effective coach. And no worries if you're already experienced. Like, that's totally cool. You can still market a new program with a new hook or angle for more clients. We're going to show you how to do that too. Now, in return for becoming founding clients of your own program, they get a big discount, a great deal, as long as they register by the end of the week. And that's the key. This simple tweak in language actually gives you permission to take imperfect action while simultaneously giving you the most sensational elements you could ever include in a marketing promotion, an offer with a limited number of spots and a fixed expiration date. I can't stress enough just how powerful this is. Your clients are going to jump on it because it's a great deal, and you get new online clients who give you the permission to figure it out as you go, generating revenue at almost a 100% profit margin. Isn't that so cool? But honestly, that's not even the truly life-changing part. The truly life-changing part, it's what happens next. Did you know that the inventor, Thomas Edison, he'd alert the press about an idea before it was ready? It's true. He'd create excitement and generate publicity as to the possibilities about the invention before the invention actually existed. But if he delayed or he dropped the ball, the public embarrassment would ruin his reputation and he'd suffer. To avoid this, of course, his mind would spark into high gear to make it happen. You see, a secret to Edison's success was this manufactured external obligation. He made others depend on him because he knew that when you have this obligation to others, you don't sit around wishing or hoping. You get things done because you have to. Think about it. When you have clients coming in soon, you kick your butt into gear to have their workouts prepared, right? Even if there's other stuff that you think you should probably be doing that'd build your business more in the long term. Like, you get those workouts done because you have to, because you're depending on, or others are depending on you. This is kind of the same. Except now we're going to use the same strategy to get you to focus on the really important stuff and the really exciting stuff. Isn't that so cool? What we found is that there's so many trainers that are putting off adding an online fitness component to their business. They're aware of the exciting opportunities it presents, but other stuff just honestly always seems to be more pressing. So they put off learning the ins and outs of both the practice and the business. Now, this is why you get paying founding clients first. You see, when you have paying clients waiting for you, you have an obligation. And just like Edison, you'll be forced into high gear. And when that happens, I promise that you're going to figure it out. And yeah, it might require you like staying up a bit later, skipping Netflix or anything, but like that's cool, right? As long as you get this done. Honestly, even us trainers, we need to be pushed every once in a while to grow. This is why the stat that I'm most proud of in our first 2 challenge cohorts isn't actually the 84% success rate in getting a client, but that 94% of participants say that it pushed them out of their comfort zone in a good way. How cool is that? Now, this strategy and challenge is a spark that thousands have told us that they needed. And if what I'm saying resonates with you at all, then maybe it's the spark that you need too. And if so, I'm excited to show you just how much your life can change in just 7 days. So, broken down, here's what the founding client strategy looks like. Now, number 1, you've created a new and exciting 60-day program, one that'll give your clients transformational and quantifiably measurable results. Number 2, you need a select group of founding clients to help you test the program, work out the kinks, produce some case studies. Number 3, you don't have any. Number 3, right? You don't have everything figured out yet in terms of the technology or delivery. And number 4, you're offering them a huge founding client discount, 60% off your full price for 2 months of online training. Now, with that intro out of the way, let's get into the nuts and bolts of how to make this all happen. So step 1 is for you to create your hook. Now, you don't need a name for your program or even for your company, to be honest. All that you need to create is what I call your 5-1-60 hook. That's 5 people, 1 goal, and 60 days. You want to create a phrase that looks like this. I'm looking for 5 people who want, insert your goal, in the next 60 days. Now, here's a few examples from past participants in the Founding Client Challenge. There's 2 of them. The first is, I'm looking for 5 busy yet committed women who are ready to finally stop the diet cycle and lose at least 5 pounds sustainably in the next 60 days. Now the second one, I'm looking for 5 successful busy men who struggle with lack of time to take care of their body, who want to get back in shape, losing 5 kilos while improving their energy level in the next 60 days. Those are pretty good, right? Looking over these 2 hooks, you're going to notice 2 things right away. The first is that they're simple and very, very broad. Now, it's possible that the target market you want to train is different from your existing network on social media. If that's the case, for this strategy to work, you need to choose a target market that already exists in your network. You simply don't have the time to build a new network right now. That kind of thing comes later. It's totally cool that you've got a passion for a very specific population. This challenge is step 1. Niching down comes later in step 2. Simply put, right now you don't have access to those people and don't have either the time nor the means to attract them. So for now, you want to stick to more general markets. Fat loss or muscle gain for people who you're already connected to. Now the second thing you notice about those 2 hooks is that they all include quantifiable results. So look, here's where I get real with you for a second. Is that okay, guys? I totally respect that you may not want to use specific fat loss or muscle gain numbers for reasons that are, quite honestly, pretty admirable. But for this strategy to work, I strongly suggest that you use them for one reason. It simply works better. In marketing, you often have to meet people where they are in order to take them where they need to go. You might cringe at this. I feel you. I don't like it either. But if you want a chance to help somebody, you have to give yourself an opportunity to work with them. Once they're bought in, then the cool stuff happens. That's when you can begin to impress upon them your specific vision for how health and fitness should be. For now, for us, it doesn't matter how things should be. Reality is all that matters. But ultimately, look, here's the thing, guys. It's your choice of what to do. My job is simply to tell you what works best. Okay, that's step 1. Write your 5-1-60 hook. Armed with it, now it's time to move on to step 2, your content. For 7 days, you're going to post 3 times a day. I'll get into the Sunday post later on, but from Monday to Saturday, you'll be publishing 2 posts and going live once. Use whatever platform you're already active on, as long as it's got a messaging system. So Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn, those are totally cool. YouTube is tough simply because you can't message people. And also, like, you're free to use multiple platforms, guys. That's totally fine. If you have an email list, you can use it as well and it'll work well. If not, like, don't stress. You don't have time to build one right now anyway. The key is at the end now of each piece of content, you're going to append a script filled out with your 5160 hook, inviting people to either comment for more or message for more. Now that all leads to step 3, which I call the power hour, which is our sales process. An hour a day, you can actually connect with super hot leads you've been fostering with your content and make them an offer to join your founding client program. You'll do this via Facebook or Instagram Messenger and use those conversations to make sales. Now, just to give you an idea, like, these aren't sleazy sales calls. All that these are is facilitated conversations in which you qualify potential clients, you show them that they need help, you build the rapport needed, and offer one of the few spots in your program before the deadline ends. During the week, you're going to be having these conversations, but it all comes to a head on the final day, which is step 4, the big close. Now, instead of posting content on the Sunday, on the final day, your material shifts to a more direct call to action, making mention that the deal ends tonight. This will be your highest converting day of the challenge, especially if you follow step number 5, which is the follow-up. If you do only steps 1 to 4, you'll get about 10% of your potential clients. And honestly, for a lot of the people we work with, that's actually enough. They can't handle anymore. Many of our challengers actually stop after 2 to 4 days because their client roster is full. But the real bread and butter is the follow-up. There are 3 cases where you want to actually follow up with a client. Okay, so the first is if they ghost you during the conversations. The second, if they say they have to think about it, like, isn't that the worst ever, right, guys? If they say they have to think about it, am I right? And number 3 is if they say no. So on the final day, you're actually going to go back to your list of everybody in these 3 categories and re-engage them, saying that you haven't heard back about joining the group and that you've been holding their spot because they're a perfect fit, but there's a lot of interest for others. So if you're in, let's do this. If not, like, no problem at all. Either way, let me know before 8 p.m. tonight. If they said no, all that you simply do is ask them if they changed their mind. And you'd actually be pretty amazed with the results of the simple follow-up. That's it, guys. That's all that there is. The process is simple and works wonders. To sum it up, here's your 5 steps again. Step number 1, create your hook. Okay? Step number 2, content. Step number 3 is the power hour, which is our sales process. Step number 4 is the big close. And then step number 5, that's the follow-up. Now, honestly, you're welcome to go and deploy this founding client strategy yourself. I just laid out everything for you. Like, that's it. But I know a lot of the time people want some more help with implementation. So if you're looking for some help with implementation, you want to get mentored through all of the steps and get access to all of our scripts, well, then I'd love to actually invite you to join the Founding Client Challenge because our next cohort's actually starting pretty soon. Is it cool for me to actually tell you a bit about it? Awesome. So our next cohort is starting really, really soon. And if you decide to join us, I'll send you an email on Friday morning at 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time with the full manual that lays out the process. In addition, this email actually has links to all of your scripts for your content, additional examples of 5160 hooks, and full sales scripts to plug and play. Finally, during the 7 days of the challenge, you're going to be invited to join our private Facebook group where all of our Online Trainer Academy mentors are available to help you and guide you. I promise, you've never seen a Facebook group like this before. No question goes unanswered. Here we'll personally review a 5160 hook. We'll check out your content. We'll give you feedback and guide you through the entire process. And if that wasn't enough, you're actually going to receive daily lessons and reinforcements throughout the 7 days of the challenge. So to recap, when you join the Founding Client Challenge today, here's all that you get. You get the Founding Client Manual. That's a value of $27. You get all of the content, sales, and follow-up scripts. That's $97. You get a full 7-day mentorship. That's worth easily $297. And you get daily lessons and reinforcements. That's worth another $97. So in total, that's a value of $518. And considering that the average participant gets $910 in new client revenue in just 7 days, even $497 would be a fair price to charge. But I wanted to actually make this as accessible as possible for everybody. So I decided to instead price it around $197, which is the price of single client packages that you're going to get as a result of this challenge. Now, Here's the thing, after setting the price, my team actually sat me down and reminded me of one of our core values, which is to make world-class materials available to all fit pros at affordable costs and with zero risk, because the world needs more fit pros doing amazing work. So after some talk, they actually convinced me to cut the registration fee to $47 and add on a guarantee that everybody who participates gets at least one client at $97 or $197, or their money back. This way, if all you get is a single client, then that's a minimum guaranteed 420% return on investment. And if you don't get a single client, you pay nothing. But can I add even more value to you today? So this is the really cool part. You see, over the past 5 years, my team has actually collected some of the best performing fitness and nutrition content on the net. And when you register for the challenge, we're actually going to license it all to you. We're going to supply you with all of the content you need for the challenge and more, including royalty-free images and captions. You're free to put your logo on it, change the branding, adjust it however you want. This content package is easily worth another $99 on its own. But when you join our next cohort for the Founding Client Challenge, you get it included free of charge. So to recap, check it out. Here's everything you get. You get the Founding Client Manual valued at $27. You get all of the content, the sales, and the follow-up scripts. It's $97 value. You get a full 7-day mentorship, $297. You get daily lessons and reinforcements, $97. And you get this bonus done-for-you content, which is valued at $99. That's a total value of $617 that I'm offering to you today at only $47 with a guaranteed 420% return on investment. Now, let me ask you a question. Like, you've probably watched these kinds of presentations before, right? And even read up about online training before, right? And you probably get excited and fired up about it, but then what happens the next day? Nothing, right? Which is sad for me because I just showed you a guaranteed system to get an online client, but I know, to be quite honest, that most people watching this, they're still going to go back to the gym and after this training and today or tomorrow, and like nothing's going to change. And the reason for that is simple. It's that old habits are hard to break. It's the same with our clients, right? So unless you do something here right now, you're going to go back to your gym and you're going to fall back into those exact same habits. You see, the only way to be successful is to break out of that habit right now. And the way you're going to break out of it is by investing into this Founding Client Challenge. Once you do, our entire team of mentors can work closely with you, give you all of the tools and content and scripts to get online clients. So say yes, let's do this thing together. And at this point, if you're still watching and you still haven't jumped at the opportunity to join our next cohort, you might actually be wondering like what the catch is and why I'm offering you all of this. Which, to be honest, like I get it. It's a fair thing to question. I don't blame you. The truth is, this challenge is actually a loss leader for us. It costs my company more money to run it than it generates in revenues. And that might sound crazy, but I do it for one simple and very selfish reason. I know that if I get you clients before you're ready, and I can give you the confidence that you can actually do this online training thing and put some money in your pocket, you're going to probably consider joining us by continuing on and taking the next step in our online trainer academy, certification and mentorship. So if you think about it that way, the risk is actually on me, right? If I do a bad job and you don't have success, you're not going to keep working with my company. And as a result, my company is going to be out of business. But if you do well, everybody wins. You win because you get more money in your pocket and the confidence to keep moving forward with online training. Your new clients win because you're going to change their lives. And I win because there's a good chance you'll look to me for even more guidance and mentorship down the road. Now, even after explaining the process, I totally get that joining the challenge might feel like taking a leap and stepping into the darkness, but you have my word that my entire team will catch you and turn on the light for you. Like, there's no trick to this. Our next cohort starts next week, so now's the time. Don't put this off any longer. If it doesn't work for you, we're going to give you your money back. I just want you to try it and see what it's all about. Like, just go for it, guys. If it doesn't work, you'll get your money back. And if it works, your life and the lives of those you serve, well, they could change in just 7 short days. So I hope that makes sense. Thanks so much for being here, and I really, really hope to see you in the next cohort of the challenge.